Hi Jen, I'm Natasha. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Today we're here to talk about a change that you've tried to make in the past but were unsuccessful in making and that you're going to work on again. So can you tell me a little bit about that change?
Yeah, it's actually a change within my sister. My sister and I are really close. It's just her and I growing up, we're only 2 years apart. And she's a freshman this year at Grand Valley. And something that she's kind of struggled with throughout her life is compulsive hair pulling, known as trichotillomania, is a fancy name. But it's just something she's been dealing with since like middle school. And she has this compulsion of, I wouldn't say pulling, but like her eyelashes are so fragile that they kind of fall off. So she'll play with her eyelashes. So she doesn't have any eyelashes, and it's now kind of transferred into her eyebrow now because of college, I think, because it's so stressful. But it's kind of related to my area of focus. So think about going into school psychology, and that's something I would kind of be dealing with, like with interventions. So I've been trying to kind of help her overcome this, and I guess I'm just like in a crossroad where it's been unsuccessful in the past. I'm just kind of like don't know where to go from here.
Okay, so what I hear is that you are looking to help your sister make a change and in yourself in the process change your relationship because it sounds like it's probably weighing on your relationship as sisters and so what I'm hearing is you want to try to get to the path to help her make a change and then make a change within yourself too. So tell me a little bit about changes that you've tried to make in the past with her that have been unsuccessful.
It wasn't really until like when I was in college I kind of thought about this. I didn't really know what to do in high school. She's seen a counselor in Grand Haven in the past, and it was just really hard for her to get into this counselor. So she started going to the ones on campus here. And from what I've talked to her about, it's just like her journaling, which, like to me, journaling can only take you so far. So for one of my classes, I had to do a paper for behavior modification, and I thought this would be interesting for me to research about, and if I could like actually help her in the long run, like to me, that's worthwhile. So she told me that one of the main times that she actually does this is when she's washing her face in the morning. So I found like these washcloth like gloves for her to like wear in the morning, like when she washes her face. That way, like she doesn't get like that skin on skin like sensation to like that kind of like triggers a sense to pull. So like I just started that, so I don't know like how well it's working, but
Okay. So I see that you have tried to help her in the past, and she's made some steps to help herself, and those have kind of been wishy-washy. But I just want to commend you for taking, being that good sister, and you don't have to care as much. So, especially with it being unsuccessful in the past. So I just want to first of all commend you for
Thank
your
you.
persistence. Well, I mean, things can get tough, and so have you been successful with her yet? Have there been any things that have made strides with her?
Not really. She'll kind of like go in bounds. Like there was this one period, and when she was a senior last year, that she was doing well, and then I don't know, just like stress of college coming, or like it's mainly like stressful like events that causes, and we all know like college is one of the most stressful, but fun, stressful times of your life. So I think that's kind of triggered to make it worse again, and like she knows like when she does this that is not good. Like afterwards, she feels like a sense of relief, but she knows that it's not good. So I guess it's hard like coming from me because she knows me so well, but at the same time it's like I don't know how to communicate to like a counselor being like, hey, I don't think this journaling is working for her. Like you need to implement something else in her life.
Right. So you're kind of torn as because you've tried to help her in the past, and you're torn as to should I talk to her counselor? Should I talk to her about it? And I mean, so that's great that you're here talking to me, and we're going to try to work this out. And so what are some things that you've thought other than getting the gloves for her and researching it a little bit more? Are there any kind of interventions that you've thought of on your own to help her pass the journaling?
I've thought of like coping strategies, like and also when she's on Facebook or when she's watching TV when she doesn't realize that she's doing it, that it'll occur. So I'm trying to like like just to occupy her hands, like while she's watching TV. Like she knits sometimes in the winter, so like whether it's like her knitting something or like her like physically sitting at her hand, but just it gets tricky because I'm not there all the time, so I can't be like, hey, you need to use a strategy right now. So it's hard because I'm trying to like communicate to her that this needs to be like an awareness, like everyday type of thing.
It sounds like it's hard for you. You know, you've been trying to help her and it's been unsuccessful. So the coping strategies, that sounds like it's a great start. Like, I mean, helping her with those and talking to her and discussing these and not make it, you know, just really make it feel like you just want to be there for her because, and it sounds like that's what you're doing, so that's great. How about some things that, you know, is there anything that she's doing right now that could be hindering her success in this?
Well, she's super busy, even more so than I ever was as a freshman in college. She just kind of jumped into things and got involved, which is great, but I think it's kind of taking aback like some of the more important things in life, because I think that she is caught up like in being a freshman and all the excitement of that I don't think this is like on top of her priority list. So I think like hopefully that should come with age, but I think because she's a freshman, she's all caught up like in the social aspects of it, that she's not like putting this like constantly on her mind that she really needs to be in order to overcome this.
Right. So it sounds like she's really busy right now, and that's probably causing some more stress in her life. So that can be carried over into helping her deal with this a little more, and you know, maybe sitting her down and saying, here's priorities, and you know, this is first and foremost. It sounds like this is on the top of her list of something that needs to get taken care of because it's probably just causing more stress in her life.
Yeah.
So, and not only her life, but yours as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds like you're taking on a lot of this stress too, which is normal. I mean, you're her sister, so it's normal. I guess so where do we go from here? What are some things, can you tell me about some things that you're, other than the gloves and other than helping, are there any other ways that you're going to try to get over this, you know, with her?
I think like for me, just like to keep up with like the awareness of like new strategies, or even like me talking to like professors that have had experience in this and stuff that they've found to be successful, could like, and being able to like communicate that to her like in a good way,
right,
could help this. But I also think that, I don't know if it's just like the counselor's not working, but I think like sometimes it might not be the most effective coming from me because I do know her so well. So I think a combination of that and maybe even her just talking to like one of my professors about it, like if she's willing to, that is. And I think just hearing it from someone else besides myself would like help the situation.
Well, it really sounds like you're doing everything that you can right now, and it's great. I mean, I really need to give you 100%, you know, props for that, because it sounds like you're doing all you can, and you know, she's at the point where she needs to help herself too. So I think with a combination of you continuing your knowledge on this and you continuing helping her out and just being supportive, and you are, so that's all she needs is support. And I think that's a good path to change, just keeping it up, because persistence is going to help. So do you have any other questions or concerns?
I think we kind of hit all the main topics that I wanted to get across.
Okay, well, I mean, good luck, because the change can happen, and it sounds like you're on the right path, and hopefully this time it will be successful.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Nice seeing you.
Yeah.